I have been a scientist, and when I came back to the Philippines, I always thought that there should be more science in the Philippines than was available. Journals were very expensive and few and far between. So I said, we should really consolidate all the schools' libraries so that access to information would be much easier for scientists. To have an equalizer, to have all Filipinos, rich and poor, have access to the wealth of information that citizens of the rich countries had access to. That was my big desire. I attribute Dr. Rick Gloria as the real soul behind internet in the Philippines. He didn't know much about it, but he heard a little bit about it. He said, yeah, go ahead, we'll finance it. So the group of techies drew up a budget of 8.5 million pesos, which they thought was sufficient. It so happened the last week of March, the last 2 weeks, we had the first and last international email conference promoted by Dr. John Brule. He was at San Carlos. So during that meeting with the techies from Manila and Mindanao and Cebu, this was at the San Carlos University in Cebu City. When we made contact, there was a big cheer in the conference room. And it was a very, very happy occasion. And it was at that time that I said, well, you know, in March 1521, Ferdinand Magellan discovered the Philippines. Now, several centuries later, in March 29, the Philippines discovers the whole world. We have access to the whole world. So that was the atmosphere at the time. Everybody was happy. Everybody was amazed at the information that we were getting from the internet. The internet broke wide open communications between businessmen, workers, ordinary citizens, and the rest of the world. At that time, the World Wide Web was just starting. And with our 64K kbps access, it was like a footpath compared to the wide roads of the internet in other countries. The internet also paved the way for all our BPOs and our call centers. Before this, no company, no telco had a leased line to the United States. The Philippines really is in the hub of the whole world. Workers even the entrepreneurs can access, can sell their wares all over the world. Our OFWs can see face to face and talk to their relatives through the internet. I've always held that government should provide free access to the internet. It has really changed the Philippines, and changes can be bigger if we get the government to subsidize internet. We should really get all the schools, even the barrio elementary schools, have access to the internet so they can start up. And it's surprising how the children can take to internet like ducks take to water naturally. So that's how I envision the internet today. It should really be made universal and universally accessible and universally understood.